Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. Welcome to Wednesday. It's Wednesday evening and something a little bit different because normally you tune in and you're thinking, hang on a minute, live at 5, Wednesday, beautiful beginnings, right? No, nah, that's where you're wrong. Not this Wednesday, Colour Me Happy. I want to say this is the first Colour Me Happy show that I have done. Did I do one in January, did I? Good job, Jamie remembers. I want to say this is the first Colour Me Happy show I've done since January, and apparently it is. It was with Debbie Robinson. But you know, I love these shows because we're obviously going to concentrate on all things colouring, and we're also going to concentrate on today's brand new launch, which you guys have absolutely loved. We are approaching 70% of the stock of the collection in the frame bold florals has flown out of the door. So that's what we're going to be looking at. We're also going to be looking at loads of other items on the show too. And it's down to you guys because normally on a Wednesday, in the latter part of the show, we do a little Q&A, sit-down essentials corner. Do you want that tonight or not? And when I ask that, it's down to you to ask loads of questions, basically. If we can get, say, I don't know, 8 or more questions, colouring related preferably, we'll do it. If not, we'll crack on with the demos. But you let us know. If we get loads of questions, we'll do it. We'll make a decision a little bit later on. But we're hugely excited. It is National Craft Month. Still codes for you. Look at this one coming in on the screen right now. NCM Sewing. That's this week's code. 30% off selected sewing and needlecraft. You will find a section on the website designated to that craft, and you can use that code to get 30% off. If you're not sure if it qualifies, what's in your basket, just stick the code in anyway. That's what I would be doing. And as we said, we are super excited that it is National Craft Month. Hence all of the launches. This is the third of 6 launches this week. It has been ever so popular. We are talking about the In the Frame Bold Florals collection from the fair hand of the marvellous Sheena Douglass, who I'm delighted to say is with us. You must be over the moon with the amount of people who've jumped in and got this.
I am absolutely over the moon, and thank you so much, because it's always a worry. You know,
yeah,
you
I bet it is.
Colour it, you draw them, you colour them in, and you think, I hope you like them. And so, I'm very pleased, thank you.
We can get the details of the collection up on the screen, and then we'll get Sheena to take us through it. The options that you've got is the full collection. As I say, we're approaching 70% of the collection gone. It's been so busy for this. There's your price. You're saving 10%. There's your platinum discount. If you want individuals, you can, because we're aware that quite a few people bought this on HSN. There are 2 stamps in this collection, the petunias and the lilies, that you didn't see on HSN. So if you want to kind of complete your collection, you can buy those individually. If you just want to pick and choose, obviously you can do that as well, but the majority of people, as you've heard, have gone for that collection today. There's that price. If you're new as well, don't forget, because I know we always get new viewers watching when Sheena is here, there's your opportunity to sign up to Club Inspire and receive 20% off your first order, which means you'll pay that price there, not that price there. But let's get into it and have a look with Sheena through this collection. So it's beautiful embossing folders, stunning stamps, and of course the frames as well, Sheena, which are just beautiful.
Oh, you know what? Thank you. What I like to do when I'm designing, you know, if you're drawing and designing's different.
Yeah.
Designing is creating tools for you to make your artwork with. And so to do that, when you could think of a suite, you have to really think of everything that's going to work together. So the first thing I thought, what really makes it look Art Nouveau is this gorgeous, sinuous kind of, these kind of like swirls, which are very typical of the Art Nouveau period, and especially this font. And it's very sinuous and delicate and really pretty. And if you think of like the Paris Underground, you know, the Metropolitan Underground, it looks like that. So this is the first frame, and it's very generic. This is a frame you're going to use with all of your other stuff at home, because just take it out of the collection and keep it there to use if and when for anything else. Okay, so you can use a portrait, you can use a landscape, and it's got all these words here. And it also, funnily enough, matches with the words that are in the second frame. So you can swap them out and mix and match them. And so you can make your own greetings. And this frame is a little bit more with the floral, but it's very stylized, again, with the leaves and the sinuous kind of ripples around there. And again, portrait or landscape. So that's going to give you the framework to put all of your other elements in. And the first thing we're going to look at is not yet the stamps. We're looking at the embossing folders. This one here is the one we were playing with earlier. So let me just show you a couple of the things that we made earlier. We did the same technique, changed out the colour scheme and changed out the, and we've got two there that we did live in real time. So it's so easy to use. So look back on that if you're wondering about how to make something that looks amazing, but is really simple to do.
Yeah.
That's the leaf one. And then we've got the ginkgo leaf, which again, I love this. It's again, all that design work to make a pattern with the stems. Let me show you some samples that you can make. That was the card that was Debbie's inspiration for the folders we did earlier.
So good.
And you know, these are just so cool too. If you think that you don't need the stamp, all you need is the wording in the folder, and that's another. You're going to have stuff to play with for weeks, months, years going on. I think that's stunning. So that is a card in its own right. It works with the stamps, but you don't need to use it with the stamps. We've got more metallic background here with that really cool black cream. It looks a bit kind of like gothic, that black with the gold kind of thing, doesn't it? A bit magical as well. And then if you're looking to use the different techniques here, so that's just a taster of what you can do with the frames and bringing the embossing folders with frames into the mix. Then let me show you, starting with the flowers. Now, this is a one, Ben, you were saying that the collection in HSN didn't have in that collection. Well, I love these. I love the lilies. One of my favourites. What a shame. Well, at least you can get them.
At least you can get it today.
Absolutely. So go for the individuals. If you did get that collection, that's one of them. That's what they look like. But, you know, the good thing is with lilies is you can colour them in with so many colours.
Yeah.
I adore this. And this is the one, again, we played with earlier, Lisa's card with the blue, delicate white on white. You can see you can make these work for larger format cards, 5x7 cards. You can put them on a square card because everything's going to fit on there well, and then you can go again larger again. So that's just an example of the lilies. Let's move on to daisies. So the daisies are this is the daisy stamp, and also these are photopolymer, so they're the top quality that you're going to get. There is the durability of rubber, but the transparency of acrylic, so you've got the best of all worlds. Again, I love that size format. How just magical and exquisite is that? It looks like a piece of jewellery. If you got that through the post, that's a keeper, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That is so just small,
in the memory
pretty,
box,
and just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And so again, that's how you're going to make your smaller format cards, just like that. Perfect for that. Size card too. Take it bigger, use the frames, use your gilding waxes to give it that antique vintage bronze or brass look. Again, the frames in the background, the folders in the background, another square card there. You know, use your ink and your background techniques and just have fun with them. They're the daisies. Moving on, petunia.
Petunia.
There you go. So we've got the petunia again, and notice how I've used different shapes. I've tried to mix the flower shapes up as much as possible, Ben, so that they don't look similar, because you want to be able to use different colours. You want to be able to, you know, make different size cards and have them look different, each one. I love that. That yellow and black is very, you know, you can imagine a fabric of the time looking like that, can't you? Like with a, you know.
This one also wasn't on HSN.
Was that the other one, petunia?
Yeah.
Thank you. So that's the second one to pop in your baskets if you want the full collection.
That's amazing.
And you miss it. And I love, look, a black card stamped and embossed with your shimmer watercolours. Exquisite. And then finally, we have the poppy. Popular poppies. People love poppies. I love poppies.
I love a poppy.
And it depends on how you colour them in. They're going to look completely different. This is just obviously a quick wash over there with one pink colour. But look, if you want to make it like traditional poppy looking, we might do a little bit of colouring in with that. Let me know what you want to know. Often people ask about how do you make a red look more interesting. These are the kind of questions, if you want later to give us, we can help you and talk you through that. But it's not just a case of using one red to make it look like that. I love it in the pink. Works as well. You could use the California poppies. You can make them the blue. Icelandic poppies.
I never knew until I got into watercraft that there's so many different colours of poppy.
There
it's
are,
incredible,
absolutely.
Isn't it?
The blue, the yellow, gorgeous. And of course, they're going to look like other flowers if you just colour them in differently. There's stamps, the fantasy stamps. You can colour them any way you want. And I love this frame on there. Look at that. It looks, again, like a gold brooch to me. That looks like something just of that period. I'm so pleased that it came together to be quite authentic with that nouveau look, and that's the collection there. You're going to have
You are.
You're going to play for months and years with this collection.
Yeah, you absolutely are. As Sheena said, get your questions in. If we get a big group of questions, we'll bundle them all together and tackle them at the end of the show. But let us know if you've got any questions, anything you want to see with specific demos, let us know and we can tackle those in the show. But anything sort of specific to colouring, then we can do a nice little kind of wrap up and a Q&A at the end of the show. We've got lovely Hayley on the socials with us tonight. I've already messaged, so she is aware. So we'll see how we get on. Just going to see where the questions come from, see how they are, and we'll decide later on whether we'll do the Q&A. But Jamie Ennis joins us saying, Colour Me Happy is my favourite show ever. Thank you. Pat joins us saying, hi everyone from New Jersey. Hello. Karen Fisher says, hello everyone. Looking forward to the show. I love watching Sheena do her magic. Her new collection is beautiful. It is a stunning collection. And yes, every Wednesday, although next Thursday Sheena's in, by the way, not next Wednesday, Sheena Thursday. Keeps us on our toes. Whenever she's in, though, it's all about the inspiration. Anne joins us. Stephanie joins us saying hello again for Colour Me Happy. Jane Quayle says hello. Hello, Jill in North Yorkshire. Linda's in from Maryland. Hello. Sheena, Ben and all the crew. Good evening, says Tracy Harris. Hello. Hope everyone is well and enjoying their day. This collection has been amazing to work with. Lynn Morton joins us saying good evening, Sheena, Ben and all the CTV team from Newcastle. Hi also to Stephanie, who says the frame looks like it would be beautiful paper piece. A few people said that earlier on, actually, that you could think about paper piecing that frame. Loads of beautiful samples, says Cindy. And Pat says all these cards are so amazing. You have such a talented design team, says Pat.
I do. The team are amazing, you know, and that's the good thing as well. They're not just amazing and talented, they're very sharing. They know that part of what they do, part of what we ask them to do is to advise you, give you tips and encouragement. And if you want to know how a particular card was created, if you join the Inkettes, Sheena's Inkettes, it's a really good closed group. It's all supportive, nothing nasty on there. We're just nice to each other. That's the rule. Just be nice. Yeah. And they will, all my team hang out there. It's like a virtual clubhouse. And if you want to know how to make any of the cards there, they're all in albums, so you can look back at them. The team will tell you. They love to share.
And just one question from Shirley is coming. Ben, I've got a question. I would like to know how to log into the Academy of Colour. If you've got the Academy of Colour, Shirley, you should have had a little card in there which has got a QR code, but also the website address to access those videos. You should have that somewhere in one of the boxes. If you don't, what I would suggest is potentially speaking to customer services, potentially. They'll probably be able to point you in the direction, but you should have a card. There's one in each box. It's got a little QR code, and if you haven't got a QR code scanner, the address is there. But you can use your camera, of course, as well now. I did know that, Jamie. All right. You can use your camera now to scan QR codes. Who knew? I mean, I found that out recently. Did you know that, Sheena?
What, sorry?
You can scan QR codes with your camera.
Yes, because I tell you what, my TV, one of my apps on my telly keeps logging me out, and then a little square comes on the screen. Yeah. And I get my phone up and I zoom in and I click on it and it takes me straight to where I need to be to log in. Yeah. Oh, what? So, the modern world. Scrap that. If you've got your camera, whack it on the QR code. It'll take you to wherever you need to be. It's only me in the whole wide world. All right, in the gallery, shut up. They go, and then they go, and then it will take you to the. Anyway, let's get on and get cracking. What are you going to show us, Sheena? Right, got nothing to do with QR codes. We're going to be embracing the colour. Now, what I've been trying to do today, in part, and to keep in with the colour theme, is we've used aqua pens to colour in. We've used water reactive inks to colour in. Shall we use some opaque inks to colour in? Yes. A folder. Let me show you how easy it is to make a really cool card with these. This set, and one of the folders. We'll use the ginkgo this time. So I'm going to use lemon tonic. I'm using spring meadow, and there's a good bundle here for these today. Is there not, Ben? There is a fantastic bundle. Yeah. I've got to be honest. I wasn't listening because I was looking at the comments coming through. But there is a great bundle here. Do you want me to tell you what they are? I've got them here if you want. Oh, okay. Do you want me to do it? Well, I don't mind. I'll go on them. I can. I've got them here. Look, I might as well. I'll put them on the overhead if you want, Ben. We've got lemon tonic. We do. Yeah. Snap. We've got spring meadow. Snap. We've got pink tulip.
Yes, we do.
We've got ocean blue.
We do.
We've got plum jam.
We do have plum jam.
We got orange.
Orange, yep.
We got Bordeaux.
Bordeaux, you know.
Yeah. Parakeet.
Parakeet.
I say parakeet.
Parakeet.
Twilight grey.
Twilight grey.
Am I right? Have I got a full house?
Have you said lemon tonic?
I did say lemon
You
tonic
have got a
at the
full
start.
house. Housey, housey. Bingo.
Right, yeah, that's as close as I've ever come to winning anything.
Aww.
Right, there you are. Hey, what can I say? So what we're going to do is we're going to pick out some bright and cheery colours to start with. Let's do lemon tonic to start with, because why not? So I'm going to use the applicator tool to put this on. Now, it's a fair cop. I've already got a bit of a greeny colour on this, so it's a little bit greeny and it's a little bit lemony, and I don't care because I'm going to mix them in anyway. But notice what I'm doing is I'm going in chunks of colour. I don't want lots of little dots as like an impressionistic kind of painting. We're not going Renoir here.
Renoir.
Oh, you're Monet.
A little bit of Monet.
A bit of Monet or Renoir. We're going with the bigger chunks, okay? So we go with a little bit of the green into that. Why not? Let's embrace that. So a little bit of now the spring meadow. And then we will also move into a pinky colour or bluey colour. Here's the thing, you've got to think about where because it's colour, I'm not even going to apologise for going with a little bit of colour theory with it because it's important. So where you've got yellow, if you put blue next to it, bear in mind they're going to mix together nicely and they're going to give you another colour and a nice greeny colour, a darker green that you wouldn't have had before. So that's a good thing to do. All right, so if you had like a red and a green next to each other, you're going to get brown. So think about the colours that are like playing nice together and going to like borders are going to cross over. So bear that in mind when you're playing. I'm going to use some pink. Now the pink, pink, it's a brand new one.
Oh, use mine.
It won't come up. Should I use yours?
Yeah, because mine's open.
All right,
I think.
thank you.
I don't know actually. It's got, is that open? Yeah,
well,
that open.
I was spoilt, wasn't I? Thank you. Cheers, Ben.
Who asked? I can't remember. Someone's asked what type of paper you're using.
Oh, good question. And I should have told you. My bad. It is watercolour card.
Watercolour.
Watercolour. You know what? Default, if I forget to tell you, and I forget it quite a bit these days, just saying.
Yeah.
It's watercolour card. Yeah, watercolour's my go-to.
So, just following up for that, so if you didn't have watercolour, could you still do this on your multi-purpose card?
You could, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. I just find that ink works a little bit better on the watercolour card.
Yes.
That's my experience and my findings with that. So we'll use a bit of the pink. We'll use maybe a touch of the... I'm going full on colour. I don't care. Look at me.
Look at you. Get in there.
Yeah, Ben.
2, 3, 4 colours.
Bordeaux.
You know.
Oh, Bordeaux.
I've been to Bordeaux.
Sorry?
I've been to Bordeaux.
Have you?
End of story. It's a very nice place.
Very nice, yeah. I haven't been to loads of places in France. I've been to one of where the... I can't even remember where it was, but it was like one of the war grave places, you know, the First World War.
Oh, okay.
And I can't remember. And I've also been to Marseille.
Oh.
That was Zig and Zag on tour with Leanne.
Zig and Zag on tour?
Yeah.
Is that where
We're not allowed back anymore. It was Pebio,
Pebio,
yeah.
I thought I was going to say. Yeah.
We can't go back now.
Once
No,
to
we
Marseille
can't.
and now you're banned.
Sorry?
I said once to Marseille and now you're banned.
That's it, yeah. Absolutely, all of Marseille. Yeah. We were shunned. So look, see now we've got all those pretty colours there merging beautifully. And what I need, I'm going to put a little bit more yellow on there because I love that bright orangey colour we've got going on. See how that's really starting to saturate that card. But we've gone full on, full colour, beautiful.
That is gorgeous.
So next stage is we're going to pop these babies over there. I need to dry this quickly because we're going to pop it in a folder ASAP. I just need to do that, Ben, if you've got anything to entertain with whilst I dry it.
Always things to entertain with. Lots of comments coming through. Lots of people loving the samples that we showed. We've got a new Moseby's Makes coming up. I think maybe tomorrow I might launch it. I think I've got a giveaway on it as well. Spoiler alert. Well, I'm going to give away the card that I made. Yeah, I'm writing it to the winner. And got a little bag as well, actually. A little Hessian bag. The raspberry cheetah. Sign the bag. Okay. But you need to have subscribed to... You'll see it on my socials. Deborah Durant says, OMG, I can't believe I've missed the start again. She says, I blame the inky ferrets. They were running amok.
Well, she'd be gathering the thinky ferrets up because, you know, she is quite an inky person. So I believe that. I'll be it.
Well, Deborah, as it's you, we'll let you off just this twice because she was late earlier. So next, by the way, Deborah, don't be here next Wednesday because Sheena won't be here next Thursday.
Well, yeah, you could be here, but I won't be here.
Well, that's what I mean. Do be here, but if you're looking for Sheena, you won't find her.
No, not till Thursday.
You feeling what? Oh, not till Thursday. Yes.
Thursday.
It's all mixed up next week.
Thursday.
Sheena Thursday, and then Cartload next week is on Friday. Don't ask.
Whoa.
Confused? You will be.
You will be. For the next week's episode of I love that series. Did you remember
What was
it?
that?
Soap. Did you not remember Soap?
No.
Oh, anybody who remembers Soap, write in and remind Ben because it was one of the funniest. It was like, was it the 70s?
British or American?
It was American, and it was really funny. And Billy Crystal, actually, you know Billy Crystal?
Yeah.
Yeah. City Slickers and stuff.
Yeah.
That was the first time I'd seen Billy Crystal. He was, I think it might be in his first gig, maybe even. Yeah, it was back, way back in the day. But, Gordon, 1977, wow. I've heard tell of it. I was too young.
Yeah. I genuinely was, because I wasn't born until 1979. So that wasn't the show that made it over here then, was it?
It was, yeah.
Oh, was it?
It was really, it was really funny. I loved it. It was like my kind of humour. Yeah.
What was it about? A soap?
It was two families, the Tates and the Campbells. And all the people across the pond, you'll know what I'm at. This is the tale of two stories. Jessica Tate and somebody Campbell. And they were all mad as a box of frogs. They were brilliant. My people. Yeah, brilliant.
I will look that up when I get home.
Look it up. Yeah, it was a classic. Yeah. Anywho, what I've done, Ben, is I've taken this ginkgo folder and doesn't that look pretty just like that? So
beautiful.
What I have got is I've taped this in place, and I'll tell you why on the reverse, because I want to double ink the folder, because if you ink it once, you know, you get some colour there, but to get more, you want to redo it, and it's just going to help me keep that in place a bit better. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I've got that, and I'm going to take my Finesse ink pad, and I'm going to go noir black this time. Okay. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to go over the whole thing like that. So basically what I'm doing is I am hopefully catching the raised area of this folder, yeah? And obviously because it's not a stamp, it's not designed to cling on to ink the way stamps are, the photopolymer or acrylic or rubber, it means that, you know, you've got to take a little bit more time. You can either smoosh or tap. Yeah. Whichever your preference is. I think I prefer a smoosh.
I think I prefer a smoosh as well.
I prefer a smoosh because you will find you've got to come back to do it again, just saying. So it'll be a bit blotchy, but that's just the nature of the beast, right? It's fine. It's okay. We'll do it a few times. Suppose it takes 10 times and we're here till tomorrow morning. We'll get it done. No, nobody's talking. No, thanks. Yeah, if that was the case,
I will be here tomorrow morning, to be fair.
I'll absolutely have the light switched off around me and then I'm going to be gone. Yeah.
Start packing up.
Yeah. Right, so can you see how that's working already, yeah? But we can make it a little bit more definite than that. So we'll open that up and we'll put a little bit more on there. But look how quick you can make a cool card just like this. So make your inky background. Sometimes you just want to put ink on card. Yeah. You might want to use Brian to put some ink on the card. You might want to blend it the way I've just done, you know, with the blending tool. You might want to use your sprays on there, and then you're just going to pop it in and you're going to run it through, and then you've got your background card almost done like that. Couldn't be simpler, could it? So I like to start simple. And actually, we're not going to get that much more complicated, to be honest. We're going to keep it simple. It sounds like it's going to be a mathematical equation test or something at the end of the day. I think we'll stop at that. We could keep going, but I think that's not bad at all.
I mean, like you said, I know you've got all of the choice of stamps in there as well, but when you can do that with an embossing folder,
Yeah.
I mean, my word,
Yeah,
this
so
is such a cool collection.
Yeah, I mean they're going to work great with the stuff. I'm going to just cut that because I don't want to tear that bit of tape. If you can tear away from your card, you're usually all right. But unfortunately, I'd have to tear towards the card, and I'm going to trim that down in the trimmer anyway. It always looks better if it's trimmed down a little bit. And then we've got the background ready. Actually, let's trim that down so you can see how that would, so see the full process. We'll use the mini trimmer. And we'll stick that on there, and then that'll be our first card done. And if you've got any questions about that technique, remember, when we're sitting down doing the agony ant, tell us your colouring questions, lovey. We'll,
Claire Rayner.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do what we can for you. Yeah. Like ask Elvis, but ask us on the colouring.
Yeah, do get those questions in for later, because it almost seems a shame not to do our traditional Wednesday evening chit chat. And it is a colour me happy, so yeah, try and make them more colouring. And the thing is, it's Sheena, so they're going to be that sort of question anyway, aren't they? But whatever you want to ask.
It's like, yeah, that's the kind of my thing, isn't it? The colouring thing is what I kind of, you know, the other guys are amazing with the die cutting and construction. Construction card. No, mechanics is not my strength.
No.
No, I mean, yes, with the dies and with the sets that we've got,
oh, yeah,
yes. But, like, even if I can even do them, then, yeah, they're a good product. But I once tried to do a waterfall card that, if anybody knows about them, you'll know, right? I almost had to take to my bed for a week. Literally had to work this out. The measuring, Ben. I don't do measuring. Everything's by eye.
Yeah.
Know? To measure, and then it didn't go right anyway. So yeah.
I feel the same really. If there's too many measurements and stuff, I just my brain gets a little bit frazzled.
Yes.
I like it when like this, when you guys do demos where it's just like whack a bit on here, chuck a bit on there.
Yeah.
You know, no measurements really. That's
Thank
my
you
kind
and good
of
night.
crafting.
We're done. Yeah, that's it. And I think that's what. Well, that's my kind of. It's each to their own, but that's what I enjoy. And if you can make the bits that you don't love easier,
yeah.
so you can do the bits you love more, like this ink in the folder technique, absolutely fabulous if you like to make colourful backgrounds like I do, and I know a lot of you out there. Then you just get your folders and you're good to go. Let me pop that on there, and then we've got the card. I'm so thankful you sat through that. There you go.
That's so lovely. Really beautiful first project, and again, all done with that Ginkgo embossing folder. Incredible. And like, this is the thing, you know, it's horses for courses. Our Hayley's just messaged to say, I love anything construction. I make all my own packaging for everything. But isn't it great that we can, you know, show you all these different things? We've all got our sort of super strengths in different areas. Deborah Durant says, no probs, Ben. At this rate, if I aim for Wednesday, I should be on time for next Thursday. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, so aim to be here next Wednesday. You might catch some of the, you know, other super content we do, and then you're ready in good time for Sheena next Thursday. And Soap, Margaret says, great show, Sheena. I watched it every week.
Oh, thank you. That's brilliant. You know what? I love doing these shows. And this is the best bit. You know, I've never been a person that's just going to sit alone, you know, drawing forever. I need to talk. You might have noticed that.
I've not really noticed that too much.
This is the fun bit. We love this. Good laugh playing.
And Stephanie says, Sheena, I'm thinking spring with the colours that you've used and the sun shining will feel like spring tomorrow here in New Jersey. We think a high of 78.
Wow. Oh, nice.
That's warm.
Lovely. That's nice. That's a sensible. Now, was it last year, the year before? It got a bit silly here.
Oh, yeah.
30, 32 in Evesham. You're having a laugh.
You're having a laugh, mate.
That's just too much. I don't know what that is in Albany. It must be like 100 or something.
I think it's like 90 at least. The problem is when it gets that hot and you're at work, it's not great. I can cope with temperatures like that when I'm on holiday, but not when we're coming into work.
And we're not set up for it.
No. And in here as well, you've got this studio. When it's cold, it's cold. When it's hot, it is hot. But yes, anyway. I tell you what, should we have a break? And when we come back, I'll take you through this collection. We'll show you what else we've got on the show. And keep those questions coming in. We are going to be hopefully compiling a big list for the end of the show. But anything specific, demo specific that you want to ask, you want to know, feel free to fire those in. And we shall do that after this short break. In the meantime, let's find out a little bit more about Debbie Fisher.
my day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
I like to get up, chill, relax, get a cup of tea, then get myself sorted. And if I'm presenter, I'll write all my notes. If I'm the demonstrator, I'll get my prep out, have another look at it, make sure that everything is the way it needs to be for the show, do the show. Then what I'll do is I'll grab something to eat, then have another look at the sheets again, making sure the next show's all good to go. Then we do that show, tidy. I always like to make sure that the area is nice and tidy, either for myself the next day or whoever's in. Jump in the car, head home. I will quickly unpack what I need to unpack and then I get on that sofa as quick as I can. As soon as we go live, I love that within our live shows, I always get the butterflies. As soon as we get that countdown in our ear that we're just going live, butterflies kick in and within about 10-15 seconds, I'm going. Butterflies have gone and we just enjoy the show. Early riser. Oh, shower in the morning. Tea. Oh, savoury breakfast. Masterclass. My mobile phone. Oh, anything with chicken. Currently, it is the weekend, Blinding Light, and it has been for about a couple of years, and I still love it. Apart from jumping in the car, chilling on the sofa, watching TV.
We have got the brand new launch of our In the Frame Bold Florals collection from Sheena. You guys have absolutely loved this. 70% of the stock of the collection has gone. Loads of you snapped it up earlier on, and we're going to have another look through everything that you're going to be getting within the collection. If you go for the full collection, it is £56 or $68 platinum. If you want to pick and choose, you can, as we mentioned. I know a lot of people pick this up on HSN, but there are those two stamps, of course, which you wouldn't have got, the lilies and the petunias, which you can get individually. But if you want to go for the full collection, here is Sheena to take you through it all of the dies, all of the stamps, and of course the embossing folders that come with it as well. It's a fantastic collection. So let's have a look at it with Sheena.
Fab. Okay, let me show you these then. We've got the, that was just like, fab, just want one with fab on. So it's based around frames. So this is the first thing. We've got the Art Nouveau, very Art Nouveau style frames. We've got two of them for you to choose from. The more plain one there, and these are ones you're going to use with all your other stamps in your collection, including the wording. They both work portrait or landscape, all good. And then the other one here is more of a floral theme, which again will work portrait or landscape. Same font, so you can mix and match them to make your own greetings. The other part of the elements are the folders. So we've got 2 embossing folders. The ginkgo, again, which is very of that period, that era. And then the swirly leaves.
Yeah.
Let me show you some examples of what you can make with these. And that's, so these look impressive, but they really are quick. You can just ink up some card, pop the ink folder, pop them through, and you don't need to use the stamps which are coming up at all to make some fabulous cards in their own right.
They're amazing.
Then we come on to, Ben, the floral elements. So there's four to choose from. And the first one we're going to start with is the lily. And this one is, again, lilies come in all different colours, so you can just swap them out. You can make a tiger lily type. Notice the different sizes cards as well. So 5x7 card, a square card's going to work. You're going to go even larger there with that card. That's just stunning. And then a larger than A5 format too. And we've even got smaller cards. So that's the first one. That's the lily. Then let me show you the petunia. We've got that one there. And quickly just flip through some samples there. So a taller card. Look at the different dimensions that you can create here, using your different products, your shimmer, watercolours. We're nearly there. We've got 2 more to go. We've got the poppy, which depending on how you colour them in, it's going to look completely different with each one. And then we've finally got the daisy. And look at the smaller format card that's going to make as well.
£56 or $68 if you want to pick that up. It's a fantastic collection, as I said, and again, if you want to go individually, you can. Loads of lovely comments coming through. Beautiful card, says Wendy. Awesome Sheena, says Nanny to the girls. And Mary Scary Harris, that's what it says there, Mary Scary Harris. Evening, I love it when Sheena is on. It's like being invited to a friend's house for a giggle. Such a talented and funny lady. I concur, Mary. Sheena, you are amazing, says Patty Talbot. I love your collections. Sharon, Swedish Super, says, I love the new segment. Oh, the video. Yeah, it's good. And Alison says, hello, everyone. I was going to sit on my hands today, but my hands had other ideas. And there's also love coming through for Sheena's blouse as well. Anne is a big fan of the blouse today.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I was scared. I'm getting told off because I wear too much black and dark colours.
Oh, really?
So I'm embracing the colour.
Ah.
Colour me happy.
Exactly. Colour you happy.
And I'm a bit ready for spring.
Yeah, it is almost springtime. It's been a bit warmer today, actually, which is quite nice. And we've got some temperatures in the teens this week. So hopefully that is going to be the start of something a little bit warmer and a little bit nicer up here in the northeast, but we shall see. All right, let us crack on. We're going to have another look at more goodies from this collection. What are you going to show us next, Sheena?
Well, I thought we'd have a play with some of the metallics that we've got on the show as well.
Yes.
And I've got to say, I haven't used them yet.
Oh.
I know. Well, you know what? There's no point in pretending if it isn't so. But that's a good thing because we will play with them together. Now, what I do know is that they're water-based, so that's fine. When you're using a metallic paint product, what I would say to you, first of all, is work out if it's solvent-based or water-based, because depending on which is which, it's going to allow you to do different techniques with them.
Yeah.
If they're water-based, then all the things that we usually do, we can sponge with them, we can paint with them, we can dilute them, all those things you can do. If they're alcohol-based, you're limited. So you're basically going to use them from a pen normally if they're alcohol-based. But so these are all going to need to be shaken up.
Okay.
Yeah, shake it up, baby, now.
Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Sheena, now.
Work it all out.
Work it all out.
Work it all out.
You know, you look so good.
Oh, you look so good. You look so fine.
You look so fine. You really got me going, Sheena.
Oh.
Now that I know you're mine.
Yeah, you are. It was like the Richard Harris version of this. I used to talk through all of them, you know, if you can't, like sing talk. Right, so here's the thing. We've already got a folder. This is Pam's card that she's created, and I think that's gorgeous. And she's used a metallic, spookily enough, over the whole thing. So I think we'll try and do something like this, but we might tweak it slightly too. Why not? So she's created this gorgeous frame. So what she's done with the frame, before we go on to the colour, she's cut two out. She's got the mini card in gold and black, and she's stuck them together, and it gives it that little drop shadow look. And she's done the same for the wording, which I think looks just amazing. That little extra touch there, Ben. They look great with one layer, but when you do it with two, they look stunning. So let me get, I am not going to go straight in here with the colour. I'm going to take a bit of card and I want to have a play with these. So this is what I would do if I were you guys, right? Give them a shake, take the lids off them. You're probably going to have to you're going to have to stir them a lot. You know what? We may have started this one a little bit earlier. Yeah. I'll tell you why.
Has it been left open or something? Or?
Well, it's what happens is the stuff that's in here is a solid, right? So if you've got a shiny thing and it's not a dissolvable thing, this is going to sit in the bottom of your paint, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give these a stir like this, and I'm going to put the lid back on them and I'm going to shake them. Okay. We may come back to these later, okay? And maybe I can get somebody to do that for me while we do something else. But this is what you would do at home. It's all valid though. You need to know this, right? Is take the handle of your brush and agitate the stuff that's in the bottom. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That's what you're paying for. You want the stuff that's in there that's going to give you that colour that you require in these pots. Yeah. Can you see? Look, it's just going to... but if you do that and loosen them and then shake them, it's going to mix in better. But we got too much to show you, too much to play with for me to stand on air shaking these jars.
Do you want me to shake them?
Yeah, you could, Ben, if you don't mind. That'll be lovely. I'll give them a stir. Yeah. Shaken, not stirred.
Shaken, not stirred. Yeah. Although those are stirred. These are stirred and shaken.
Absolutely. How exciting would this ever be with just me stirring paint, Ben shaking them. Yes. But it's all good because there's plenty I can play with in the meantime. Yes. So those two there,
so what am I doing?
You can just shake them. And if you want to shake them off camera, I will do a different demonstration. Okay. If that's all right with everyone, guys, because...
How long am I shaking them for?
Oh, about a couple of hours. No, about like 10 minutes or so, 5 minutes, less than.
Which ones?
All three.
Oh, yeah. Together? Let me just make sure the lids are on tight. Can you imagine?
Ha ha ha! Yeah. What a trickster she is, isn't she?
I'll show you.
Got him.
So we're just giving it a little...
Yeah, just keep shaking them. Yeah.
I feel like Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it's a bit cocky. Throw them up. Juggle them. Catch them.
Juggle them?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can juggle, Ben. No, I'm not going to want to. No, I'm not gonna. It takes me a while to get me out. So it's like, yeah.
Right, well, I'm going to go over there. If you hear the noise, you know what I'm doing.
And we will come back to this demonstration. Once those are shaken, everything's ready to go. We're all good. But in the interest of giving you more to watch in the time we've got, I'm going to pop those to one side. And I think we shall do a little bit of colouring in the meantime, shall we not?
Pardon?
We'll do a bit of colouring in, Ben.
Yeah, I'm doing some shaking.
Fabulous. Right, let me find the card that we're going to continue with here. So we have some poppies earlier I was talking about, right? And we were talking about if you want to make a red poppy and about how to, what colours and things to make them look a bit more vibrant and as if they've got a little bit of depth to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my primaries here, and this is something I do every time if I want to make a red look really, really vibrant, is I'll base coat it with we'll use gold. I'm going to use burgundy for the darker colour. I'm going to use scarlet. Now this is in the primary set of the aqua pens, so burgundy, scarlet, gold, and believe it or not, we're going to go to wildflower from the floral set. And that's going to be my poppy colour. I'm a bit worried about my water now because it's kind of all a bit brown.
Do you want me to get you some more water?
Yeah.
Jake!
Yeah. Hello!
We need some water! Need some fresh water. Be fine there. I've got a little plastic cup, but another little tip, right, and a big tip. Don't use these kind of cups if you're like me. No, because they've got a little narrow base, like foot thing, and I will tip them over. I need the ones, you know, like the kids get that like that, the anti-tip cups.
something like a smaller and squat, it's less likely to spill. But in the meantime, just so we can carry on, I am going to use that there, which was me drinking water and is no more. So let me scribble this here. We're going to start with this gold colour here.
Do you ever feel like somebody's like stacked all of the odds against you?
Sorry?
Do you ever feel like somebody's stacked all of the odds against you? Like
yeah, it's like, okay, let's see how well she can manage to do this one.
By the way, I genuinely don't know now whether I'm shaking these, whether they're done, or whether Sheena really does want me to shake them for 10 minutes. If she does, I've got another 8 minutes to go.
Well, everybody be home and Bennett's will be there. It's like, yeah, bless them. We're still shaking them. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this water and I'm going to dilute the orangey colour and paint that on first. Now, what that's going to do is give these poppies a really pretty glow. So even though they're going to be red,
yeah,
they're going to look better because of underpainting with this yellowy colour. And trust me, it does make a big difference. So that's the first thing we're going to put on there. Then I'm going to take the reddish colour, the scarlet, and I'm going to go towards the centre while it's still wet. And then just add a little bit of water and drag out, and maybe even keep to the, you see they've got ripples drawn in these because poppies do that. They're very delicate petals, aren't they? And they've got loads of movement to them. And then we're going in with that slightly darker, the burgundy around there. And what you end up doing is you end up having a flower that looks much less 2D and much more interesting in the colour kind of, the colourway there. You see how that's working? And then if you want, you can even add a touch of this darker right in the centre, because you know sometimes poppies have got that black, but instead of black, we can use this wildflower, which is, I think, prettier, and add a little bit of that to the mix in the centre. And now we've got more of a kind of shaded look in there. And that's the formula. So we can do, should we do another one? Another one? Yeah. So take the yellow again as the underpainted colour and pop that on there. And then hopefully by the time we've done this, Ben will have shaken those things. I think he's gone for a lie down now, actually. So,
wow. I'm getting a bit tired, I've got to admit. Maria's joined us, by the way. Maria says, yay, I'm here.
Yeah.
Woo, Maria.
Yeah, she's been in the garden.
Hey?
She's been in the garden trimming, she's dying to trim the grass. It's like, yeah, once the grass gets cut, it's like the sign of, like, you know, summer's on the way.
You're cutting your grass?
Yeah, she is. She's doing. Maybe, I'm not a gardener, Ben. I'm not a gardener. I don't know. She's the gardener.
I just think there's no way I could cut my grass currently because it's still too wet.
Oh, well, I don't know. I might be wrong. She'll let us know, I'm sure. But she said she was going to try and trim it, the edges. Maybe that's it. Maybe she's just gearing up.
Oh, doing the edges, ready for the big mow, maybe in a few weeks.
I think so. I think it's just that psychological thing that, you know, we're getting there. Soon, we will be at that point.
We will.
Yeah.
And Karen says, I'm so glad that Sheena is using the metallic pots. I have them, and I need more ideas for them. Well, thanks to me.
Together.
Thanks to me, she'll be using them. I mean, so if you can show some appreciation in on the socials. Never worked so hard in the show.
Right, so we can come back to this poppy if you want and continue that shortly. But you know what, at least we're mixing it up. That's what we've got with the poppies. But see the difference that those colours make to make that really stand out. And that's what you want to do. So I'm going to wipe this up and we'll come back to those metallics and continue that demonstration now.
Do you want them back now then, yeah?
Yeah, we may as well give it a try, yeah, Ben? Yeah?
I'm
feeling good. I'm feeling...
If they're not shook enough now, there's no hope.
No, yeah.
I'm coming over.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm coming over.
They've obviously stood there for quite a while and haven't been painted with, so that's what happens. It just does. But you've seen the easiest way to get them working again is to get your hand with the brush and move that stuff around.
Give them a stir.
Or you will be shaking them for about a day if you don't do that. So I'm going to take that water back, that dodgy water there, because I might as well use it. And then we'll come back. Cheers, Ben. Wonderful job. Thank you.
Okay. You have got some fresh water from Jake, haven't you?
I think he might have put it in a bigger pot that I'm going to tip even more over. So I think what we'd like to do, Jake, eventually is tip that out and put that in there if you don't mind me. Because I really will spill it. Jake! Jake.
Jake!
I'm really low maintenance, aren't I?
Dear, oh dear. He was looking for a nice, easy Wednesday evening. I don't know where he's gone now.
What I'm doing here, I'm looking at these colours and I'm working out what we've got here. And I'm working out, we've got a reddish colour there, we've got a greeny kind of, and this is getting from one lighter to darker, all right? So let us try a couple of things. I got that black card out ready, didn't I? I'm going to get Brian.
Oh, here he comes. I've not seen Brian today.
Brian, and I'm going to take some of this colour out of the pot there, the jar, and I'm going to do the same with each one. And it's really thick.
Jake's,
it's got.
Jake's just come in the studio. Can you? What's the request you need to
I need,
change the water out?
Not at the minute, Jake, but shortly when I've done this. Sorry, when I've finished with this one, that need clean water in that one, if you don't mind. Thank you. Oh.
We'll give you another shout.
Yeah. Stand down, Jake.
Stand down.
Stand down, Jake. Right, so I've got Brian and I'm wetting Brian.
Yes.
So he's had a little bath and I'm like squeezing the stuff out of him, right? And then we're going to sponge on like this and see what we get with this on here. And see if we can get like, it might look like a hammered metal look.
Yeah.
Let's just see. That, you don't know. You've got to play with the product. When you get it, try it, techniques that you normally do and see what they're going to look like. And then go from there.
And for those of you that are watching for the first time, wondering, what's a Brian?
A Brian is a kitchen sponge that you cut up. It's just a regular kitchen sponge until it becomes Super Brian.
Super Brian.
And once you've done that, you've got a really useful tool to use in your crafting and your background making, because it just allows you to cover a large area like this in a really simple way that isn't going to carry like brush strokes, because when you're using a paint that has a lot of solids in it, like this one does, like it's mica or it's metal, when you brush it, you will definitely see brush marks. You can't, it's not anything you've done, you just will. It's the nature of that paint, it will show brush marks. So by sponging it, you've got more of a hammered metal look, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing now. And we're just pouncing that like that. So it's going to look, it does look more vintage, definitely looks more vintage. What I'm going to do, because I've seen how it is more vintage, this is where you can use that as a base for copper, like a faux copper, or a faux, like a rusty kind of, steampunk background, if you like that kind of thing. You could use it for a base for a verdigris type, but I definitely want to get something with a bit more shine in it to go on top of that, and that's going to be gilding wax.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm continuing with this one, and like I said, we're playing together. We are discovering together, and this is exactly what I would do if I had a new product. Like I say, it's like, when if you cook, there's only so many recipes out there and the variation on a theme, aren't there?
Yeah.
And it's the same with paints. Regardless of the manufacturer, they kind of usually either water-based or they're solvent-based. So that's the first thing to determine which am I playing with? What is it? Is it water-based or solvent-based? And that's going to, like I say, dictate what you can do with it. The next thing is it permanent when it dries? Is it going to move after that? Has it got additives to it? And these obviously have, because they've got all of that solids in there. And then just go with it and see, and have an experiment after that and see how it's going to work with other products as well. So I'm going to pop those to one side. I'm going to dry that in a sec, but I need to wipe this up.
Okay.
I've got a mess, Ben. Shall I wipe this and dry this if you've got anything more interesting to talk about at the minute?
Yeah, you can wipe and dry. I can certainly go through the details of these pots if you want to grab them. But Jamie Ennis has been in touch today. Nice water colouring. Sheena doing a grand job. Nanny to the girl says, Ben, you need to play drums to strengthen your shake it motion. I used to play a bit of the drums back in the day. As you guys know, I play a few instruments to a very average standard. Drums was one of them. But you haven't played for years, as you can probably tell. And Pat says, my plans got changed, so I'm excited to be able to watch Sheena's show. I'm actually making some easel Easter cards. So I'm definitely going to get out of my comfort zone. If you don't do it, you're not going to get it, as someone said earlier. It's only paper, and I have enough of it. I said that, that's what I said. That's what we That's what I said. That's the spirit, isn't it? To get involved, have fun. What's the worst that's going to happen? Liquid inks, if you want them, here they are. Oh, beautifully boxed as well. What I will say though is, if you do want these and you want to be able to copy what Sheena's doing, you have to be one of the next 30 people to get, because we only have 30 remaining. You have a pot of your aged copper, a pot of your antique bronze, the burnished copper, and your tarnished silver. So all of those you're going to get. 30ml pots of each, but as you've seen, I think that 30ml is going to go a long way. What a price! I've just noticed the price. This is £25 or $40 worth of metallic liquid ink that you're getting for £9.99 if you're platinum, or $15.98. Jump in and grab those, and if you want the metallic pencils, what we've got, sorry, metallic pens, and pencils. Oh yeah, we got everything metallic. Metallic pens, metallic pencils. We've got the water-based metallics as well, haven't we? Flip markers on the show. I mean, we have got it all, everybody. The metallic pencils that Nicola was just telling me about. I mean, these are always popular whenever we bring these to any shows, and the price today, wow, that's incredible. £8.31 if you're platinum. I'm not being funny, but I think that's a better price even than when we do these on things like cartloads, isn't it? £8.31. That's amazing. $9.57 is your platinum price on that if you're in the US. These are stunning. And again, for that sort of price, it is absolutely worth jumping in, giving these a go. If you've never tried them before, it's a try me price for these gorgeous pencils. You're getting them in pink violet, you've got purple, yellow, rose gold, you've got gold, silver, nickel, you've got your mica in there, you've also got green, light blue and blue. You've got these beautiful richly pigmented metallic pencils, and again, using these onto your darker cardstock, you're just going to achieve the most gorgeous metallic sheen and shimmer. For £8.31 or £9.57, worth jumping in and stocking up on those. It is all about the metallics today, and as I say, if you want to try them out, we've got the brand new metallic paint markers on the show for you. We've also got your metallic flip markers that we haven't seen for a while as well, and of course the other metallics that we've got on here, the twin tip metallic markers, those are on the show too, and those are the ones that are water based. So you've got like a collection of all of the different sort of metallics on the show. But yeah, you take your pick and choose which ones you want to go for. We are almost at the top of the hour, so let me remind you that we have got... Why am I talking in slow motion? Because we're nearly at the top of the hour. So remind you of the Frame Bold Florals 8-piece collection, £56 or $68 is the platinum price for the full collection. We're going to go back to Sheena in just a few moments' time and see where she's up to. But if you... Oh, I've got ink everywhere. Oh! Oh, no. Jay, if you want to get the... If you want to get the full collection, 75% almost of the stock has gone. So it is absolutely worth jumping in and grabbing the set. And as we said, you can go for the individuals as well. I know a lot of people who bought these on HSN, you didn't get the lilies and you didn't get the petunias. So, of course, you can jump in and grab those today to complete your collection. Or indeed, if you are somebody who is just wanting to pick and choose, you can do that too. Worth bearing in mind as well that if you want the Q&A section, we will need a few more questions coming in. So anything you want to ask, maybe about the metallic goodies that we've got on the show, colouring questions in general, anything else you want to ask about this collection, fire in those questions. And if we get enough, we will do our Essentials Corner in the second half of the show. If you have just joined us, oh, a very warm welcome. A very warm welcome to you. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm looking at my hands going, what? And I've just seen a message come through that we've got around 12 questions for later on. So I think we will be going into Essentials Corner later. So that's amazing. That is all good. Feel free. I've got ink everywhere, and I don't know how I've done it. It's really off-putting. Oh yeah, it would be all the shaking I was doing, wasn't it? Anyway, keep the questions coming in. Anything you want to ask over the course of this next hour, please feel free to, and we will pop those questions to Sheena in Essentials Corner. As we've mentioned, if you've just joined us, it is National Craft Month, so we are giving you codes to spend and use on all things crafty. This week it's all about sewing, so NCM Sewing is your code. 30% off selected sewing and needlecraft with that code. And as we said, it's all about the launches this week to celebrate National Craft Month. We've got 6 launches. This is the 3rd launch of 6. And last time we left Sheena, she was busy beavering away, drying her cardstock. How are you getting on?
Oh, I have just had the best time because, you know, I don't know if it's been discovered before. Right, it might have been discovered before, and if it has, I apologise. You've probably seen it about 50 times. But...
Can I borrow one of them?
Yes.
Sorry, yes,
Yeah,
but you were saying...
Right, so here it is, right? If you love steampunk,
yes.
If you like men's cards, you remember when I did the butterflies, the bold butterflies, and I made it look like copper and verdigris? All right, so this paint, let me show you. When you sponge it on and you've got your Brian look, right, this is what you're going to get. And you could see it looks very chalky, flat finish. It looks like rust, like oxidized. You know when rust goes like dull. Yeah. And so that's a really cool look. I think that looks pretty cool. I like that. We're going to put that in a folder in a minute and put some Gilding marks on that and make that different. However, can I just show you that strip there?
Oh, wow.
Who knew? Did anybody know this? Or have we just invented alchemy?
What the...
That's the same background, Ben.
What?
I know. Right. Here's the thing. Oh, I've got another idea. Right. And I don't know if this will work.
Is this something you've
I just discovered?
Whilst I was...
Yes. Yeah.
Busy.
And I don't know if this will work. So the idea is we're going to put that through the folder, right? But what I'm wondering is, before we put it through the folder, if I go over it like this with the embossing tool or a jar, bearing in mind we're going for a distressed look here, stop it.
What are you using there? Oh, it's just the Pepio Gilding wax.
Right, so what we're doing, just bear with me, indulge me if you will, right? We are using the folder, like, you know when you did the brass etching when you were a kid, when you went out...
Oh, like brass rubbins?
Brass rubbing, that's it, yeah. Right, because I found that when you apply friction, accidentally found that, I'd like to say I knew that, because I didn't, I'm just discovering this as I'm going, it becomes shiny, right? So, here's me thinking, if we put that like that...
How did you even accidentally discover that?
I just accidentally discovered it. Yes.
But how?
Because you left me for like a minute.
Yeah.
And when I'm not supervised, sometimes you end up with, this is what I'm saying, nothing. There's still stuff to be discovered, guys. There's still stuff to find out and to try. And you know, when I find something new, like this, I am just a bit excited. And at that price, have a play with this. And if you love that kind of look, that, you know, steampunk, bit of the faux metal look. Now, I'm going to, and all I'm doing is I'm using this because it's got a glass base or glass jar, and it just goes over the surface, and it's really adhered to this card. So if I can pick that up, I don't want to move it. Ah. That's ridiculous.
I love the fact that you've...
Look at that.
That's it. That's it there.
Look at that. But I'm not done. I'm going to put it through the folder.
Do it.
I'm going to do it. Oh, Ben.
I still don't understand how you...
run for that page. Because I am not kidding. I've never seen anything like this. I haven't used a paint that does this. And I've put money on that. It's not been done with that paint.
Well, I've never seen that before. Has anyone else seen that before?
Has anybody else seen it before? Don't let me know, because then I'm just like, oh, made my day. How crazy is that?
What I still don't understand is how you found that out by accident. Go on, we saw a little... Go on.
You could have knocked me down with a feather.
Knock me down with a feather.
Watch. Are you ready?
Yeah. That is amazing.
Ridiculous.
That is, yeah, it is sorcery, alchemy, magic.
What? I got to say, those paints were very chalky, and I thought they're great if you like that one look, that aged, distressed metal look. That's the look you got. No. Look at that.
I mean,
I bet my team are all running for it. I know Lisa Beecham, Deborah Durand. You better beat me team to it.
There's only 30 of them left though, isn't
Well,
there?
that's like however many on my team now you're going to...
They're all gone.
They're all gone, yeah. Honestly, that is just beyond cool. I'm loving that. Then, let me trim it down and we'll see what it looks like if they've got a card.
What is this sorcery, says Gaz?
Oh, Gaz, mate, you're going to love it. Yeah, definitely. You've got to get Gaz. Don't miss them. Because it's one of those products that might not come back. You know, I don't think it's a brand new one. I don't know.
No, it isn't.
I'm not saying, don't ask me, you know, I just play with stuff.
What I would also say as well, Sheena, is we don't, I mean, half price is a ridiculous buy on that.
That's
So even
it.
if we do have it in stock, it's not going to stay at half price.
Absolutely not. So what I've got, we'll put this card together and see what it looks like. I need the little corner punch thing.
You've sent me, you need what?
A little corner punch, and I know there's one there. But if you could talk to Ben for a second, look at that pretty picture. Talk to Ben. Sorry, Ben.
It's chaos. It's all going on in
This
here.
is what happens when we play, isn't it?
Sheena's just having a look over there. She says, Nathan the girl says, OMG, Sheena. I know, right? And Jane says, Sheena went to Hogwarts school for sure. Definitely a Hogwarts alumni.
I tell you what, I'm channeling me in a McGonagall.
Yeah.
I know, but hang on, I've still got, sorry, bear with. I think I've got my corner punch in
I've got to
here.
say, it's the most chaotic Sheena show I think I've ever done, this one. She's off on one.
I'm off on one. I'm
you
just
found
too
it?
excited, right? Forget the corner punch. It's going old school. Right, okay. We're just going to make this so that it looks okay. Obviously, if you cut a corner to mat and layer, which has already been done, then you're going to use that same punch and you'll get it layered perfectly. But I can't find that. So this would be then stuck on there. Look, it's not even, that you can tell me astigmatism's going on there. But let's stick that down because I just think that is super cool. I really wouldn't now. Like I say, those paints were interesting for that one look before, but now that I know what you can do with them, I would absolutely get them any day of the week.
The last time you had a brainwave like this, and don't ask me what the product was, but I remember something happened, and we gave you a product from this side of the studio, and you had to play with it, and then it was the Violet Studios, was it the watercolour pens? Yeah, and then you played with them, and they pretty much, like hundreds of them just sold out in a matter of moments. We've got
Didn't we do that with the
30 of
re-inkers
these.
as well that time?
Yeah.
When we went for it, yeah.
We've got 30 of these vintage metallic ink pots, so I'm not a betting man. But if I was, I would say these are going to sell out now because now you've seen what you can do. And if you've already got them, I mean, what a thing to try.
Oh, yeah, if you've got them, you're going to have so much fun playing with that because that is just, that's a gift to burnish it. And wow, I honestly, I just think that's amazing that you can do that with them. And then we've got another card there. We'll pop this one on. And that is, well, I didn't see that happening, but that was fun. Don't you think?
I don't even know where I am, what I'm doing anymore. I've got to be honest with you. It's been a show, hasn't it? It has been a show.
But you know what? That's the thing is sorry guys, I kind of went off on one there, but it is a bit exciting when you find something that is a product that you see. There's nothing out there that I've used that does that. There's nothing like this, and I'm kind of sad now that that might not be a product that's going to be available. You know, I don't know, but I don't think it will be because I don't think it's a new thing.
No, poor old Hayley can't keep up with the comments coming in now. She says everyone is loving it. Jill says, thank you, Sheena. This is a great new technique. Wow. Karen says, I love it when Sheena experiments with us watching, and this has turned out amazing. Stephanie says, I wonder, would this work with the sparkle ink pots?
No.
No, it wouldn't.
It's that you can't burnish anything. The only other thing that you can polish and burnishes is the Pebble Gilding wax that polishes because it's real metal. So now what I'm thinking is what's in those jars is a metallic substance. Leanne would know, but I don't. I didn't create them, but I'm sure it's metal because in order for it to give that burnished result, it must be like, you see this bit here, this is, look at how that's to that. It's got to be metal or it wouldn't do that. It wouldn't do that. That's just crazy, isn't it?
I still want to know how you found that by accident. Did you just accidentally scuff the pot along the top or something?
I think my paintbrush caught it and I went, hello.
Love that.
And so I did that again, and then it was like all kinds of joy. You'd lost me then. I had no idea where I was or what you were doing, Ben, but I was in happy crafting world.
That is so good to see. And if you want to get these so that you can create that effect yourself, that happy accident, then you need to get these in your basket. Do it ASAP, because I have a funny feeling that if you're one of those people going, wow, that's amazing, I need those metallic inks in my life, there's probably 100 other people thinking exactly the same, and we don't have anywhere near 100 of those to go round. So please, please, please get them in your basket, get them checked out. And the thing is as well, you know what, if you weren't thinking about getting them, but now you want to give them a try, for $9.99 or $15.98, you're not breaking the bank to get those, to try that effect that we have just discovered, I say we, the royal we, by accident. Incredible. 30mm pots you're getting, but you're going to get your copper, you're going to get your bronze, antique bronze, you're getting your burnished copper, tarnished silver in there as well. So get whilst you can. Lynn Morton says, happy mail, just got my illusion films and dies, whoop whoop. Mary says, I just love Sheena. Mary Walker says, I'll be happy to go to dinner anytime with you, Sheena, even with dirty hands.
Thank you.
Jane Quigley says, I've got loads of these teeny tiny pots. I'm excited to play. That price is also magical. It is for those of you that don't have. And Nanny to the Girls says, super fantastic, Sheena. Right, well, those are going to disappear. Get those in your basket ASAP. Get them checked out. And if you've already got them at home now, of course, here we go. You know, I said we had around 30. We've got 15 now left of those. 15. So please check out. Those will disappear. They will not last the rest of the show. Go. Incredible, wasn't it? I think that was the most chaotic 20 minutes of TV that I've done here, but it was worth it. We were obviously looking as well at the In the Frame Bold Florals collection, which is here. So this is brand new today. We are approaching over 75% of the stock gone of the collection. Within the set, of course, you are going to get both of these fantastic embossing folders, the swirling leaves. Do go back, actually I say go back, I think after this show we have got the repeat of the earlier show, so if you want to see this embossing folder, which is your swirling leaves in action with Sheena, then stay tuned, yeah, because that is coming up. That's your first one. You're also going to get, as you've seen in this show, the ginkgo leaves, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Those are both 5x7 embossing folders. And as you've seen, just having those embossing folders with these frames, you're already well on the way to creating some fantastic cards, even without the stamps that you're getting in the collection as well. First set of dies in this set. This is your Art Nouveau frame, so you've got that beautiful, beautiful frame. Lots of people have their eye on the little apertures here to do some paper piecing with. I cannot wait, as always, for you guys to get these back and then start crafting with them and then start tagging us in your make so we can see what you get up to. But as well as that frame, which works portrait and also works landscape, you've got your dies here, which give you hello, you, thankful, so, thinking and of. Then you've got your entwined floral, so again a really, really beautiful frame. That one also works just as nicely portrait as it does landscape, whichever way you go with it. And then you've got your sentiments, which are you just for, congratulations, best, and wishes. And then all of these beautiful stamps. I mean, these are incredible. Sheena is so super talented, and you get to get crafting with these, get stamping with these. That one is the beautiful, delightful daisies. There's two in this set, don't forget, that you won't have got with the HSM bundle. You will have got this, which is the wild roses. Again, really big, super size stamps for you to get colouring with. And of course, you know, we've said, well, it says these are called wild roses, but you know, they're more like poppies, aren't they? But they can be whatever you want them to be, just by changing the colour. And then you've also got these two sets here, which you didn't get on HSN. So if you want to complete your collection, you can go for these individually. The Luscious Lilies and this one, which is your Pretty Petunias. If you haven't got any of the items I've just shown you and you love all of that, do go fairly swiftly because we're very busy. It's £56, ink everywhere, £56 or $68 for that full collection. Loads of comments coming through. We will be going over to Essentials Corner in around about sort of 15-20 minutes time. If you have any more questions to get in for Sheena, whatever you like, but generally colour we would quite like, being a Colour Me Happy show. Feel free to send those in. I know we've got a few, but Hayley tells me a lot of them are quick fire, so we do have space for more questions. And the comments have been amazing. Hayley's just saying so many positive comments coming through. Terry Brandt says, here I was, thought I didn't need those paints, and now I had to get them. Hopefully you have got them, Terry, because we'll have less than 15 of those now, so don't dwell, don't think, get them whilst you can. Wow, I'm excited, says Mary Beth Dole. I have the metallic ink pots, you know what to do. And Stephanie Theodore says, Ben, you were Sheena's inspiration. Was I? Was I? Like leaving a toddler alone in the bathroom cupboard full of creams. Oh, yes, because I was doing my bit and then Sheena was, yes, the toddler. I know what you mean. The toddler mucking about, and then from the Sheena the toddler mucking about, then she's discovered this new technique. So I'll take that. I was the inspiration. I'll take all of the glory. Thank you. We've got about 15 minutes or so, Sheena.
Right.
What are you going to accidentally on purpose discover next?
Well, what I've got is a lovely card here from Lisa Beecham. And I think it's gorgeous. I love the way she's coloured it in, and I love this kind of pewter-looking background. So she's already embossed me one of the ginkgo leaves again, and that really pretty frame that I haven't actually played with yet today. So what I'm thinking is combining the gilding wax with a little bit of colour in it, and she's got a little touch of colour here. I'm not sure how she's done it, but what we do have are the opaque paints on the show. So I'm going to bring this tiny little dodgy, precarious little cup of water here next to it and hope I don't spill it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try and just paint a little bit of colour onto these this black card. Now, it's opaque, so I'm using the opaque ink pads. If you dilute them, which obviously I am, you're going to dilute any colour on there as well. So you're just going to get a hint of colour on there. You're not going to get full-on electric blue like your parakeet colour. You're going to get just a soupçon, a whisper, if you will, of colour. But that's okay because that's what I want. I don't want it to be fighting with the main image, which would be the daisies. And we might not get the daisies coloured in, but I may have another element that we can show it up against. So basically what you need to know if you're doing this technique and you're colouring onto black card with the opaque is that more water means obviously less colour.
Yeah.
And that's more important on a black card because it really, it's not as forgiving as white. So just be aware of that. I'm going to pop a little, and what you can do as well is you can layer it. See, I've popped the other blue at the centre of that flower. So now that's coming out a little bit more. I went outside the lines. Oh,
Then what?
I went outside the lines, Ben. What am I like? Again, talk of the playground, we'll be colouring in. Right, that'll do there. And then what we'll do is we'll add a little bit, so in the centre with this, I think that was the lemon tonic, just in there.
Yeah.
This is not going to stay like this, by the way. This is going to be, and we'll mix a green just with what's on there. So the lemon and the blue, so we'll mix that up and we'll paint this little leaf here. Again, because it's not, it's diluted and it's on black card, you're not going to get the vibrancy you would on the white, but we're not worried about that. We don't want that. We're just looking at picking out little bits of extra detail. I think that looks really nice just like that, to be honest, without anything on it. It's just a nice way of showcasing those little embellishments on there, just like that, and just continue, looking at where those little leaves can be. You don't need to continue the whole frame, paint the whole thing, but just maybe, fade them into the frame. Yeah. Like I'm doing there.
I'm still wowed by your discovery. Do you think that's one of your favourite accidental discoveries ever?
It might be one of my favourite ever, yeah, absolutely. yeah. It was.
Felt like a bit of a eureka moment.
It was, absolutely. And you know, when it's something that it has, if you paint it, it just looks so different to when it's burnished. Wow. And I bet there's loads of people got them.
Oh, yeah.
And not realised that. Why would you? How would you?
Well, what's so lovely is someone messaged earlier, I can't remember who it was now, but saying, oh, I've got these metallic inks. Can Sheena give me a few ideas of what to do with them? Well, you did that, hadn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Done that and more.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that was fortuitous, wasn't it?
I know, it was. Wait till I tell Debbie tomorrow. Me and Debbie Fisher back on
Debbie
tomorrow.
Fisher, yeah.
She won't believe it.
Yeah.
Got another new collection launching tomorrow, the Pets Rule. That's at 1, which is 9 a.m. Eastern. That is 6 a.m. Pacific. And then tomorrow night it's cartload, isn't it? Cartload. No bingo tomorrow though. No bingo cartload. But
I missed that. Was it good fun?
I think you guys agreed that it's probably one of the most fun and chaotic shows we've ever done. But it was a lot of fun. So much so people have asked if we're going to do it again. So potentially,
brilliant. That's good then.
We had a proper game of bingo as we did the deals.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. Do you like bingo?
You know what? Maria's mum goes on a Friday night with some friends, and we went just recently. Yeah, but I tell you what, when you're not used to it, it was hard work for about the first hour.
Oh, they call it a pace, don't they?
Whoa!
3 and 2, 32.
Yeah.
4 and 2,
thought,
42.
Whoa! My hand was like this. I was like, keep moving. Just never stop moving. Never stop moving. And we were getting coached as we were going. And I was worn out, I'm not going to lie.
And then you see the people who were marking off about 4 cards in one go as well. And they're just like that.
What? Yeah, it's definitely a skill to it, Ben.
Yeah. Extreme bingo.
Dobbers. We were gifted a dobber.
Are we actually?
We got a dobber. Yeah, we were gifted a dobber.
Yeah.
So we probably will go back. So it was a good laugh. It was a good, it was just at the local it was the football club actually, and it's just on a Friday night. But you never see anyone on the streets of Evesham. It's like, where are all the people? It's a bit like Stepford or something. And then on a Friday night, they were at the football club. That's where they all are. They're all there. It was a happening place. Right, so what I've got is I've got this coloured in now. If I put that against the black, you'll be able to see, oh, you know what, that looks nice, black on black, like that, doesn't it? That looks gorgeous, yeah. See the colour there? Yeah. I just think that is really pretty. And obviously, if you put your image around it, oh, look. I do like that, just with that chalky finish, but we're not going to let it lie. We're going to use gilding wax on it on top as well. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to use just the smallest amount. When you're using the Pebble gilding wax, I said earlier, the secret is use the flat of your finger and take most of it off, and then barely touch what you're gilding. And this is going to look like pewter. And pewter with Art Nouveau is the perfect match. You loved a bit of pewter in the arts and crafts and Art Nouveau movement, and it just looks so vintage. And to think that's a bit of card. Now, the other thing is, this is going to polish up. So you're just still going to have that little hint of colour in the background, right, from that, where we put that there. At the minute, like the paint that we just, deliberately obviously knew that it was going to burn. Obviously, I was like, yeah, really, nothing accidental. I just said it was accidental to make you all feel
I know, better, it was all planned hours before the show.
Well, yeah, exactly. But anyway, I need the dry bit of paper here, and then you're going to carefully, because it's already cut out here, so just support it and just polish, just hold it, support it, and give it a polish like this. And the difference this makes is huge, because it's real metal and it's bonded to that card now. I wonder if that copper would polish as well. You know, that strip of that paint?
Yeah.
I've got a strip, I'm going to try just polishing it with a bit of cloth.
If you want those inks, by the way, we've got single figures remaining of those now. See what you've done, Sheena?
I know, well, there you go. But that's the fun bit. Because if I was watching, I'd have that now, because I would think, wow, I really haven't used anything else that does that. Yeah. I wish we'd known that earlier. That's brilliant. So now we've got a really pretty pewter-looking frame there. See?
That's
just
gorgeous.
A hint of colour. And then when you put it against the black, you can really see the colour a little bit more. come out, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
So, and then that would go around either the daisy, and I've got some more bits here that I've already coloured because I'm not sure how much time we've got, probably not a lot. So let me show you some of the bits we've coloured in earlier. We could colour a little bit of that daisy in then, if we've got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But you see, we've got like how pretty that would look around this one that isn't quite finished. Ah,
really pretty.
Isn't that
Yeah,
lovely?
it's gorgeous.
That just makes me happy. That and that there, like that. And you've got a really, really pretty card.
Is there any of your other stamp sets you think these would fit around? I'm sure there must be.
The what,
mustn't there?
sorry?
Any of your other stamp sets that you think the frames would fit around?
Oh,
I'm sure
loads of them, loads of them.
would,
Because
wouldn't
all you do is just cut them out, fit them to your seams, and everything are going to go in there, Ben. They're going to look fantastic in there. And then obviously the embossing folder, if you do the colour effect that we did earlier, that's going to look really cool, and you could just cut that to fit in there as well. Obviously chop those bits off. But right, should we colour in a bit of a daisy then?
Why don't we do a
well?
little bit of colouring?
Yeah.
And then we're going to have a break, aren't we? And then we'll go
Absolutely.
to the corner. Is that what we're
Put
doing?
them to one
Yeah.
side. Right, so we'll finish that one another time. That's the background there. So this is already stamped, so that's great. So the daisies, you've got to decide if you want them to look, if you paint the white flower, you don't paint them white, you paint the shadow.
Yes.
Okay, so you could use like a neutral grey, like the slate in here. But if you want to add a little bit of colour, maybe slate with a little bit of a bluey or a purpley tone in there, it looks prettier. So we'll use that and maybe a little bit of heather. Let's pop a little bit of heather in there and see what colour we've got.
Okay.
So use a bit of scrap card if you can to try out your colours before you commit. But if you paint like the shadow like that and then add water, can you see how you can shade your petal
Yeah.
like that and then leave the centre white so that it looks like a white flower still? Yeah, there's still a bit too much colour on that because it's surprising how little colour you need to shade a white flower. So I'm going to just take this and pop it at the base of these flowers here. If you want a quick card, daisies are brilliant because you're really only going to shade and colour the ones that are behind, the petals behind, or the base of the ones in front. And what I would say is start lighter because you can always add a little bit more colour and depth afterwards if you want to. But can you see how that now has got some contouring to it?
Yeah.
If you want to make it a little bit stronger at the base, you can go over again and add that in places to just make that look like that is got more shadow in it, because that's where the light isn't going to be getting into that flower.
It's good to see this because it's probably it could be a tricky thing to do this, couldn't it? Colouring white or
Yeah, absolutely, because you think, well, how do I represent white? Because in watercolour, white doesn't exist in traditional watercolour. The card is the white.
yeah.
We've got gouache, which you can use, of course, but it gives it a different look. So if you want to, colour in a more watercolour kind of fashion, you then are just colouring in shadow. And so a cooler kind of tone is going to work brilliantly for white flowers. And again, we can go a little bit darker around the inside. Just mix those two, make them a little bit more intense around the centres. And then you can see how the flowers are starting to look like they're more 3D.
So good to see. Lots of lovely comments still coming through. Crafty Stacey says, Ben, I need your help. Who is Craig's favourite wrestler?
What, sorry?
Who is Craig's favourite wrestler? Funny you should say that. His favourite female wrestler is Liv Morgan. And I think, yes, I agree, I concur with you, Nicola. I think his favourite wrestler was Shawn Michaels. I know his favourite match was Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker at one of the WrestleManias, whichever that was. Why do you want to know, Stacey Lou? I'm intrigued. What you doing? What's going on? I need to know.
Tell us more.
Tell us all. Interesting to know.
Yeah. I don't know how he got into that then. How he got interested in the wrestling.
Just always liked it as a kid, I think.
Uh-huh.
I like a bit of wrestling. But I think he was very much into the stuff that used to be on cable, like
Right.
WWF. I used to
Oh,
watch
okay.
this. We never had that when I was little, you see. So I used to watch the late night American stuff. But before that, I used to love the world of sport. My granddad used to love
Oh,
wrestling.
we used to watch that with Mick McManus.
Mick McManus and Big Daddy.
And Big Daddy, yeah, exactly.
Easy.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Giant Haystacks. Do you remember
Giant
him?
Haystacks, yeah, back in the day, yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have the fancy costumes then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get all of the. What used to make me laugh, if you watch it back now, you get all of the. Is that the little old ladies that used to really get into it and
Oh,
sit
they
in the
used to all
front
sit
row?
around the outside waving their sticks.
Yeah,
like,
women
really
hitting the
get
wrestlers
into
when they
it,
come out,
yeah,
like with
they
an
did,
umbrella or
used to-
something.
Yeah, they used to have a go, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They got into it. Ooh,
Yeah.
you got thrown out the ring, that's it, you've had it.
Yeah. Saturday afternoons in the UK.
Yeah, absolutely.
I still remember my grandpa. He used to get so into it, and
Yeah.
so much so, like there'd be times when he'd be like on the edge of the sofa and almost like fall off the sofa because he'd be cheering away. So I think that's where my love of it came from. Oh, apparently Stacey Lou says I'm going to the NEC on Sunday and I'm taking him a gift.
Oh.
Ooh. What's the gift? What you taking him?
Yeah, tell us more.
We want to know. We want to know. Yeah, Craig is going down to the NEC. He's not there on an official capacity, I don't think, is he? But I think he's going to be there hanging out with his...
He's just going to have a mooch around, yeah?
He's going with his
Nice.
two friends,
Oh, cool.
Cuddle and Cuddle.
Who?
Cuddle and Cuddle.
Oh, yeah, Carol.
Cuddle and Cuddle. No, I think he's going to be down there mooching. You'll probably find him amongst... I think he's going to be down like with the Hobby Maker crew as well, isn't he, I think? But yeah, search him out, search him out. I stopped sitting on my hands, says Beth, and I ordered these. Now I can't wait to get them and play. Well done, Beth. Don't sit on your hands. If there's something that you want and you can afford it, then, you know, I think you should absolutely jump in and grab them.
Yeah.
And have a play.
So what I'm doing, Ben, I'm just picking out bits so we can see how I would colour the other aspect in, because we're not going to get the whole thing coloured in, you know, by the end of the show. But I thought I'd just show you how I would go about, you know, colouring the leaves and then colouring the centres and things of the flowers. But that's it. You're just going to work through them like that, and you're going to end up with it all pretty like Lisa's. So how much time have we got now, Ben?
Well, don't ask me. I'm not in charge. Couple of minutes,
Right,
should we say?
Let's just, well, we'll pop that one there. Let's just do, I'm not even going to be really fancy with that one. I'm just going to put a little bit there like that. And that looks like it's, you know, enough. And then we'll pop a little centre. And then it gives you, again, an idea of how you're going to build that up to colour it if you want to.
How long would it take you to finish that if you were to do that fully?
10 minutes or so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because what you would do is just do all the purpley, you know, bits on there, and then do all the green. But because I've jumped around and things, it takes a little bit longer. But yeah, so that's what you're going to, and so get there. And again, you've got that really pretty pewter looking frame to go over that, and that's Lisa's gorgeous card there.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you everyone for all the lovely comments coming through. It's been a show, isn't it, this? It has been a show. Thank you so much for all of the great comments. And as I said, what we will do is we will give you a bit of opportunity to get your carts and baskets checked out. Can I just say it one more time? I know I sound like a broken record. If you want those liquid inks, you're going to have to be super quick on those. I can tell you, and this, we don't know how many people have got these in unchecked baskets, but of current stock remaining, if you like, we have 5. But it may be less than that if you've got it in your basket and haven't checked out, so you need to go swiftly. Of the In the Frame Bold Florals collection, again, around about 3/4 of the stock has gone there. So once again, do be quick. But as always, you can go for the full collection, or indeed you can go for the individuals too. We're going to take a short break, get you to the checkout, and when we come back, we will be over in Essentials Corner. We've got a few questions already lined up, but that is not to say that you can't ask your questions. So feel free to fire that in as well. And also when we come back, Nicola's just told me we've got pictures of dogs in dresses. We won't save those till tomorrow because we'll have plenty of pictures coming through tomorrow. By the way, tomorrow is the Pets Rule collection launching at 1. So obviously get ready your pictures of pets. We need to bombard the show with those pics, and I'm sure there'll be multiple posts going up on my Facebook page. There will be, where we want to see all of your pets to celebrate that amazing collection which is launching tomorrow. And I think it's a good, Nicola, if we show that in a minute, it kind of whets people's appetite already ahead of the launch tomorrow. In the meantime, we're going that way. You go to the checkouts and let's find out more about the Barnsley bombshell.
Day to day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee. And flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
Hi, I'm Becky. I'm the soft craft expert for Crafter's Companion. I've always crafted. I think because my parents worked at Shepperton Studios, I grew up at Shepperton. They were always working, so my holidays and my weekends and my evenings were spent at the studios, and I just sort of sit around with the other artists and they'd give me a bit of clay to play with or some fabric. So I was always making things, and there were a couple of children around the same sort of age, and we just used to make clothes for our Cindy dolls. I'm flighty with my crafts. I want to try everything, so I go all out and I decide tomorrow I'm going to be doing candle making, and I buy all the stuff and I make candles, and then I lose interest and I move on to the next thing. I want to be able to have a little go at all sorts of crafts, and I've always been like that ever since I was a small child, so I think I can turn my hand and give anything a go. My craft inspiration, I think a lot of that comes from the internet, looking online, being able to watch sort of artists producing bits and pieces, as well as sort of just general crafters. But a lot of my inspiration came from sort of my mum and my mum's friends, which were all sort of great designers and people that created all sorts of different things. The Crafters TV audience have been so kind to me. So when I first started, and I've not been here a huge amount of time, and I've done a little bit of presenting, I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people, and we know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made and when they've been inspired by the shows. I think that's great. My biggest achievement, I'm going to put it on social media. I said that I was more proud of this than I was when I had my children. It was when I won a Demo of the Week. I was just absolutely gobsmacked that I'd won Demo of the Week. I don't often win Demo of the Day, so to win Demo of the Week, I was really, really super excited. Oh God, I can't give you the gossip because I promised that I wouldn't give any of the gossip away, but it is great. Lots of us stay overnight in a house here, which is brilliant because we all get to know each other on a real personal kind of level rather than just colleagues. So it's a really great atmosphere, and there's so much to learn from all of these people that I work with. So I feel really quite blessed to be part of this. It is a happy family, I have to be honest.
Welcome back, everybody. Isn't it great to get to know Becky, get to know Debbie? Sorry, I'm really sorry. I'm fine. I thought I was going to sneeze. It's fine. It's all good. Here we are in Essentials Corner then. I know we normally do this on Beautiful Beginnings, but you know what? We thought you guys like this. And I love the fact, thank you, Maria, for starting off. So you know the new videos that we've done, the rapid fire bit. We've got some rapid fire questions for you.
Oh no!
But that doesn't mean that you have to answer them rapid fire, because we do have to fill 19 minutes.
Okay,
so you can expand a bit. Don't just give me one word answers, otherwise we could be in trouble.
Okay. That's good then. Yeah, with me, one word answer.
Yeah, I know.
Hello. I'm even talking now about the possibility of there's no chance of a one word answer. That's 5 minutes gone.
There we go. We got some pictures to look at, I think, just before.
Oh.
Look at Little Bit.
Oh, a little bit.
So some context here, apparently. Little Bit's wardrobe. Oh, there's more pictures. In her older age, she started liking to wear dresses, apparently.
Oh, and she obviously breeds with those different ones.
She's 17 and a half years old, and she can do whatever she wants. Listen, if you're 17 and a half, as a dog,
you can, yeah.
Do what you want,
right.
Look at this next,
Absolutely.
this next outfit.
Oh, a little bit. That's a country look, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like, you know, hello, out in the country, and yeah.
The next
hiking.
one, is that like a fairy costume? Has that got wings on the back or not?
It looks like a bit of gingham, doesn't it? Look a bit ginghamy on there. I don't know.
I'm liking Little Bit a lot.
Little bit a lot. Yeah, a little bit.
A lot of bit.
Sweet. Look at our little
Who does Little Bit belong to? Do we know? She
Little Bit.
belongs to, Carolyn Cooey. Well, Little Bit, we absolutely love. More pictures of Little Bit tomorrow, please, when we do the Pets Are All collection.
Yeah.
I know it won't take you guys much to send in your pictures, mainly cats and dogs, but whatever your pet, send in pics. And this looks like an interesting picture from Stephanie Theodos. She has captioned it, Ben. She's captioned it, Ben leaving toddler Sheena. Yeah.
Well, there you go. It's a fair cop.
It is a fair cop, but we'll do that. Do you know what? After everything that's happened today with that find, I'll leave toddler Sheena to her own devices more often. Thank you, everyone, for these questions. So there's some quick fire questions in here. There's also some more detailed questions. We've got, about 15 minutes, so there is time if you think of a question to get it in. Thank you to Hayley as well. Thank you for compiling these. So Jamie Ennis is asking about metallic pens. Can you use them on sort of standard white as well as black? I mean, they're going to look better on black, aren't they?
Yeah, you know what, metallic will show up on either, but when you've got the contrast of the black, that really does show up the metallic really well. Also, like I said, first thing is find out, before you do anything, is your pen solvent-based or is it water-based as well? Because it depends what you're going to do with it. If it's solvent-based, usually got an odour. That just comes with the territory. And if you put it on things, you don't usually need to do anything to make it permanent with a solvent-based. So if you're doing home decor stuff like frames and, you know, upcycling mirror frames or little, you know, lanterns or anything in the house, you don't need to do anything to it. If it's water-based, it may be acrylic or it may just be gum arabic, which means that if it's gum arabic, when water goes onto it, it'll dissolve again. So just do a little bit of experiment before you start playing. Doesn't mean you can't use those water-based ones for home decor as well, but I would probably use like either a gesso underneath anything you paint with it, either white or black, and also then finish it with a spray varnish or sealant, something like that.
Okay. Lynn Morton. Ben, a question to ask Sheena. When colouring/painting, how do I colour to make glass or mirror look like it's glass?
Yeah, that's, you know what, you don't want to spend forever because mirror is really difficult because there's a lot of, if you're doing like that realistic painting, you go really black and shades of grey and it just messes with your head. For a stamp, if I've got a mirror anywhere, windows, in buildings, you know, a glass thing on a wall, the office, you know, the office one where there was that panel. All I do is get a very pale greyish blue and just do a couple of streaks diagonal, but keep them parallel to each other, very pale, and it gives the impression that there's reflection on that thing. Yeah. Just watered down, water-based product, really pale, diagonal, but keep them, not perfect parallel lines, make it a little bit broken, but keep them like parallel to each other in the same direction, and it looks like the light shining from a light source, and it's just bouncing off the glass, and it tells you there's something in that frame.
Some good questions coming in here. Jamie Ennis wants to know, how many ink pads have you got altogether?
Couldn't even count them. I think I've had about everyone that's out there.
Really?
Oh yeah, you know, if you name them, all those brands I've had. And back in the day, you might not know that I went, you know, the first blending inks. I went to New Jersey when the first blending inks, New Jersey, to learn how to use the first blending inks that were out. You know, Walnut Stain being the first one, and then all of them from there. So yeah, I've got a long history, and yeah, I am that person. I have probably them all.
Gaz, your mate Gaz.
Yeah, Gaz. Yo, Gaz.
Yo, Gaz.
Yo, Gaz.
I have a question for Sheena. I used the white opaque acrylic marker. Is it able to be used to blend out, as it didn't work for me?
Might not been quick enough, Gaz, mate.
Ah.
Get a move on.
Come on, Gaz,
Get a hustle on. Come on, Gaz. What you want to do is get your water, brush with your water on it, ready. And as soon as you put it down, blend it out, because it's acrylic based and it will dry quickly, but it has got a little bit of working time. If you want to use something over like a larger area, I would go with the gouache. That's what the gouache is for. Gouache is easier for a softer clouds, you know, a softer highlight.
Another top tip. So this next section, so there's loads of like either or questions coming up here. This, of course, off the back of the new videos which you've seen. So Maria started it, by the way.
Oh, well, she would. She started here, but it's where, you know, can I say, she's out in the garden. She's got time on her hands. You know, we're in trouble.
So quick fire, but not quick fire. Alcohol-based or water-based products, says Maria.
Alcohol-based to stamp with and water-based to colour in with. But water-based then.
Nicola's just gone, you can't say it both.
Oh, we're getting the rules on now.
No,
like,
what's going on?
yeah. Wow, she's into it, isn't she?
Nicola,
wow,
get
you
off
see
the
the
fence.
heckling I'm getting me here now. Get
That's
off
why I
the
get
fence,
5
make
days a
a
week,
decision. Come on, take a stand. Well, I like to colour in with water-based every time.
Okay.
So if I've got to choose like alcohol pen colouring or water-based, every time.
If you had to take one to a desert island, water-based.
Water-based.
Because you'd have lots of water there as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that'd be great, yeah. The whole sea. Can't drink it, but I'm colouring in.
So I've just thought of my joke, and I know, so we've recorded another Moseby's Makes Day, which I think is probably going to go up tomorrow, but I told, my joke of the day today, I know you're huffing and puffing.
Are you laughing at your joke of the day to yourself in your head?
No, because it's not my joke, because I got this dad joke calendar, and the joke today, it made me lol, right? And I don't normally, let me get it, because I just want to make sure I say it exactly right. It made me lol, it was funny, right? So the joke is, no, we say lol because it embarrasses my daughter. So this is the joke. This is so funny. Hey.
I hope it's as good as you say.
Please, feel free not to laugh, but it made me laugh. I've lost a lot of weight by wearing bread on my head. It's a new loaf hat diet.
Oh!
Loaf hat diet.
That's actually quite good, yeah.
That's a good bad joke.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's quite good,
Feel
that
free
one.
to use it, dear viewers. Right, anyway, back to the questions. Rapid fire. Favourite craft item, says Julie Temperton.
Oh, Julie Temperton, what are you doing to me?
What are you doing, Julie?
Oh, I'm thinking of things I couldn't live without. I couldn't live without my paintbrushes. Is that classed as a craft item?
Yeah.
If it's things I could say that I could, how would I ever manage without brushes? Could never manage without brushes.
Okay.
Yeah, Royal and Langnickel paintbrushes, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah.
Maria, how old were you when you first drew a portrait?
Ooh, I remember when I was really young, drawing a picture of a horse.
Okay.
It was a horse portrait, and it was a little book to teach yourself to teach your kids to draw. Book my mum bought me, and I remember this book, and it told you how to do it, and that was how they were like so impressed. And I think that was the point when they thought, oh, she's pretty good at this,
Yeah.
so let's encourage it. And I think that was, so it was a horse portrait back in the day, and horses are really difficult to do.
Yeah, I can imagine,
because of the
actually.
musculature and everything.
Was it one of those ones where you sort of like sectioned off and you used to like sort of draw into
like
the sections?
gridded up?
Yeah,
I
gridded.
can't remember. It was freehand. It
Yeah.
was freehand. And I think it had a picture, and then you had to draw the, you know, from like the photo reference, which allows what, you know, if you want to draw realistically, you've got to look and draw what you're drawing. And I did that when I was young, and they were really impressed. I do remember that because I thought, wow, I was well pleased with myself.
Yeah, because I was thinking back to during the first lockdown, we all did lots of different things, didn't we, to keep saying. But I did some drawing with those, you know, those grid things that you can get. And I actually found when you follow those, drawing can become
You know what?
a lot easier.
I did portrait class when I lived in America at UCI, actually. I was at Orange Coast College. It might be University of... No, it was Orange Coast College. It's not there anymore. And that's how we learned to draw. It was a fine art class, and to draw a portrait. And one of the ways to do it is you grid up the area, and you just draw the little grids at a time, so the placement of the lines is easier. And actually, that's what I did when I drew a portrait for Maria's 2 brothers that are no longer with her. And it was from a little sketch, a little tiny Polaroid picture of one of the brothers, and then a tiny little passport picture of another. And I put them together. And it's on a mum's wall in the living room. And that's
amazing.
how I did that to get it, because I'd never seen the guys before, so all I had was these little pictures to go on.
This is from Sherry Miller. Favourite colours this year?
This year, I'm pleased that you said this year, Sherry, because I couldn't choose a favourite colour. Although I have to say, I think since my mum is no longer with us, she's getting in my head, and I keep coming back to green.
Okay.
Because I told her that was her favourite colour, and everything was green. And so I always come back to green, because I just green kind of goes with just about everything when you think of florals and everything. Yeah, it's like an image for a tattoo. You know, when people say if they were going to have a tattoo, I mean, cool, some of them, but I couldn't pick one picture that I think I would like for the rest of my life, because I keep changing my taste and what I like. There's too many of them. Yeah.
Favourite flower, says Jane Quigley.
Oh, favourite flower? I'm loving a peony these days. Peonies are gorgeous. Yeah, peonies.
Favourite food, asks Julie.
Any bar parsnips. Parsnips are the devil's own.
Do you know what?
Own vegetable.
My Laura, that is her stock answer. She eats everything, as do I.
Yeah.
But her one thing, parsnips, she says as well. Parsnips.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't like
parsnips. I've tried them.
Parsnip.
How could something that is roast in butter and possibly even glazed with honey as well not be delicious? And I love every other vegetable, but I keep trying parsnips. People keep trying with parsnips. Like, yeah. Some I can tolerate, but I don't like any of them.
Oh, I love a parsnip. Anyway, from Maria, favourite crafting style, stamping or die cutting?
Oh, stamping. Yeah, stamping.
Gaz says, favourite colour medium and effect?
Ooh, good one, Gaz. Favourite colour medium? Well, I like a versatile. If it's versatile and I can do loads of techniques with them. If it was traditional colouring medium, it would be watercolours, either in tubes or pans. But for a crafter's companion, on any colouring medium, aqua pens are amazing.
Yeah.
Come on. You can't do the draw the line technique easily with watercolours. You can't blend by adding a bit of glycerin with watercolours like you can with aqua pens. They are just such a versatile... They're made as an island colouring medium.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I could make them perfect, if I'm being honest, the one thing I'd make them perfect would be them pigment based.
Okay.
Because then they wouldn't the hot sun on the desert island wouldn't fade the colours. I'm worried about that.
Thinks about
sea salt
everything.
should be fine.
Thinks about everything.
Yeah.
Shimmer spray or gilding wax for sparkle?
That's, you know what, I want to say both, but Nicola's going to get on my case
Gotta
again,
pick
isn't
one.
she?
Desert island time.
Gilding wax or shimmer spray? Shimmer spray's good. Oh.
You gotta.
If it was a shimmer clear overlay,
Yeah.
that might be it. But I still love, if it's Pebby or Gilding wax, Pebby or Gilding wax.
Okay. Nanny to the Girls says, cheeky one, can we have a hint of what is coming up next Thursday?
Yes, yes, I'll hint. I can probably strongly hint because it's nearly here, isn't it?
Do it.
It's actually not my product, and I get to play with it, and it's masks.
Yeah.
So we can do inky backgrounds and resist techniques and things like that. So yeah, masks.
Yeah, we've got loads of launches coming next week. There's a few people asking on the socials, like tagging me in links, and I said one, I think, what was coming up tomorrow, and then a few people started saying, oh, what's coming up on this day? And I thought, am I actually allowed to say like further down the line, so I've sort of kept stum just a little bit because I don't want to get in trouble. Anyway.
Is that difficult?
Yeah, a little bit. 'Cause I just want to let you know, but tomorrow is Pets Rule.
Tomorrow's what?
Pets Rule.
Oh, yeah.
Oh! Wanda says, with the metallic inks, would we prime our project with black gesso if we were trying to work on wood?
Definitely if you're using Gilding wax. If
Yeah.
you're using metallic paints, usually they look best on black, to be honest, a good base. Traditionally, when they used to do gilding, they'd use like a dark red colour, you know, for gold, and they put the gold leaf on or the gilding medium on top of that. So that's a nice base colour too. If it's on wood, definitely sand the wood down, because any green will show up more in the either paint or wax. It'll pick up that raised area and you'll see that more.
Stephanie's just said, Sheena, we may have passed each other when you were in New Jersey. Missed opportunity, maybe another time.
Oh, yeah.
Laurie wants to know, can you use blending for pencils with the metallic pencils? So you can...
I don't know. Right, if those metallic pencils are wax-based or oil-based, yes. If they're water-based, you just use water. So I don't know. I'll have to look at them. I haven't played with them. But one or the other would work.
Stephanie says, this will probably be the last one. I have wax pots that have colour. Would you think they would work with today's discovery?
I would guess not. I haven't known any paint that does that. That's why I was so like in my own world and often doing a little conga around the studio and having my own little party in my head. Because I've never seen a paint like that ever. It must be metallic flakes that when it looks rusted because it's in liquid,
Yeah.
and then you burnish it and it makes it shiny again. I've never honestly. We need to look at this product again. Leanne and I need to have a discussion on bringing possibly this back in another form, because there's lots to do with that. Look at what excited me, and then I want to know, what does that mean that I can do? So that was when I thought, let's try burnishing it against the folder. And if you can come up with something that quick on the spur of the moment before a live studio audience, think what you can do if you have a bit of playtime with it.
It's been a brilliant show. We've literally got just a minute remaining, so I think we are going to have to call time on it there. But how much fun has it been? We got to wait another 8 days now till you come back.
Yeah, Thursday, yeah.
Sheila, Thursday.
I'll be thinking it's Wednesday all day, of course, because, you know, I'll be in on a Thursday.
Is Willow
How
coming,
will
did you
that
say?
work? She might be coming up, yeah, Willow and Maria.
You've got to get her in.
Yeah, we might have to let her in. Well, if she's stop walking, we'll just send her out.
I'll look after her.
Will you?
I'll look,
All right.
she can come and sit over my
Uncle
side.
Bell can look after
Has she got like a little bed?
Yeah, oh yes.
We can just put her bed up on the counter.
And
you
you'll see a
can just
tennis
sit
ball keep flying over the
Yeah.
set, and then, you know, that'll be just from Willow.
Yeah.
Ben.
I'm well up for that. Thank you for a marvellous day.
It's been fab, thank you.
Yeah.
Love it as usual, Ben, and good fun, and thanks everyone.
Yeah, it's been such a great day. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Of course, if you've missed any of the action today, we're repeating launch day straight after this show on TCV 24/7. So do make sure you have a look at that. And lots to look forward to. As I say, we are back tomorrow. It's me and Debbie Fisher for, well, it's going to be a fantastic Thursday as part of our Launch-a-Palooza week. Not the official title. Still love saying that. It is Cartload tomorrow, 5 o'clock UK time, and of course that launch of Pets Rule. We cannot wait for that. Both Debbie and I are so super excited. I know you are too. Make sure you join us for that and get ready, because we will be after your pet pictures. We want to get loads of them, so make sure you send them in. Until then, bye for now.